Hello, welcome to the weather update. It's about almost 10 o'clock on March 19th, 2020. And finally, no construction work. So I didn't have to go out, and I didn't. And I rested, and that's what so glad that I didn't do any construction work. So didn't go out, and it wasn't really a very nice day anyway. We did have a lot of rain in the morning, and we have some more showers. Looks like to our west. There's a low pressure and a cold front over here, and if you go over here in this area, in South Dakota, Sioux City, they're getting snow. We won't be seeing that, but we will be seeing a chance of showers later on tonight as this system moves closer to us. We're also going to be seeing temperatures rising too. So the first thing we want to look at is the rainfall. What kind of rain did we? You see, we got a little more rain over our area right now. Just a very couple of light showers here on this radar right here, as you can see. Nothing really too much. Let's see if they did put up an amount, rainfall amount summary. They did not. So we will go and look at some of the airport observations and see how much rain that there was today. So 49 degrees, east wind at 3, 42 is the dew point. So it's still not that humid out there yet. But we did get close to an inch of rain, as expected, at Farmingdale. Pretty just cloudy, gray day. Temperatures around 50 degrees. So I'm sure that was the same throughout the area. We can look at some of the other observations. Islip we can look at. All right, so 47. Let's see how much rain they got. Yeah, close to an inch of rain. So about close to an inch of rain on the island. Maybe Jersey got more. Well, let's look at Central Park first. 50 at Central Park. Those temperatures are going to be going up. So let's see. Yeah, close to an inch of rain. About. So let's see if it's any warmer in Jersey. Not really. 51 at Mount Holly, 47 at Toms River. How much rain? They didn't get it. They actually didn't get it. Doesn't look like they got as much rain over there. So let's go look at the Wonder Map here. We'll look at some of the observations across the area, and you will see temperatures generally in the upper 40s, low 50s, and the warmer air though is over here. So you can see the warmer air. If we pull this out, you'll be able to see the warmer air right here in Virginia. West Virginia, and this is all coming our way, unfortunately. So let's take a look at the precipitation amounts here. Wait for them to load. So yeah, some areas got a little over an inch. Looks like Western Long Island over an inch. Some of these are a little high. 1.82. I don't know if I'm buying that. On the South Shore, maybe they got some areas that got a little more. I guess I could look at JFK Airport and say a little less out east as far as the rainfall goes. I'll go back to this and we'll look at JFK Airport and see what they got, because I didn't do that one. So we'll see. Maybe there was a little patch of heavier rain on the South Shore. It got people over an inch. Let's see. Yeah, they got a little bit over an inch. So there was a little bit of a batch of heavier rain, I guess, that was over the South Shore. That hit this morning. It was a pretty wet morning, actually. So let's pull out and look at the weather and hazards map here, and you'll see the warm air. This is quite warm and humid air too. So let me put the dew points in on the observations so you can see here. So the dew points are in the 50s, even some 60-degree dew points here. This is going to be heading up the East Coast ahead of this front. Looks like some severe weather watches and warnings over here in the Midwest. And then behind it, on the cold side, we have winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, and even some blizzard warnings on the cold side. We're not going to be seeing any of that here, so don't have to be concerned about that. So let's go look at the full the North America view. We're going to look at the actual upper air pattern and see if there's any change going on. And there probably isn't, but we're going to look anyway, just because, it's good idea to just get an idea of where things are heading from here. And you can see, look at this huge ridge we're going to be having over us tomorrow, and that's going to be bringing that warm air in. And then as that pulls out, you can see we're just kind of zonal through the weekend here. We'll be getting a little cold air trying to come in from a high that's going to build to the north, but you can see we're fairly zonal across the whole country. West to east, most of the really cold air is bottled up, and like I said, I don't think we're going to see any more. It does dig a trough into the west next week, around the 26th, 27th, and we have another warm up on the east, but that trough just stays in the west. We really don't get into it. And so what this indicates here, this kind of pattern indicates, is that we're going to probably be seeing temperatures above average for the most part. So let's go and look at the euro. Let's see if the euro has a different look to it. Probably not, but we'll go ahead and look anyway. There's that ridge. Not really. Euro might... No. So when you see something like this, you know the temperatures are going to be above normal. And if this doesn't have the temperature anomaly, as you see, doesn't do. It does 850 temperature anomaly. But you see pretty much above normal, maybe a little below it. But this is at 850. This is not at the surface. So let's go to the temperature anomaly map at the surface, which is on the GFS, has that luckily. So we can the 2-meter temperature anomaly, which is the surface, and you will see much above average Friday. See a little colder than normal on Sunday and Monday, and then we're close to average. When average now is more like low 50s, but then we go above average as we get to the end of next week. And more or less, more than not, we're going to be above average. And looks like toward the end of the period, there's some really above average conditions starting to move into Canada. So let's go look at the CONUS view. And we will put this back to our surface map, and we'll see where the GFS takes us here. So what's going to be happening tomorrow, we have this cold front approaching, but ahead of it, we're going to have this southwest flow that's going to be cranking. We'll draw that for you. So see, the southwest flow is just going to be cranking around this high, so it's going to bring air right up from the Gulf of Mexico, which means it's going to be pretty warm. And with the southwesterly flow, now this flow won't be straight up from the south. It'll be more like a southwesterly flow. If you're not on the South Shore, it's probably going to be a little warmer. The warmest temperature is obviously going to be in Jersey. No surprise. And your cold front is right over here. Your low, you see the low. There's the cold front. This is all moving to the east. So when we move this along, you will see that front moves through. We have this high try to build in, and it's a matter of getting this front offshore far enough that we can have clearing skies for Saturday and maybe Sunday. But when the high sets up like this, here's the high on Sunday. It's sitting to the north. We're going to have a northeasterly flow. Now, this will mean cool temperatures. As you'll see, we'll draw this here. So you'll have this cool temperatures, but it's also flowing coming in over the ocean. So it's going to have some moisture. And that might bring in some clouds. We'll have to see. The models obviously don't agree on the amount of cloud cover that we're going to see from that. So we move it along. And Monday is going to be a miserable day. Rain, probably cold rain. Looks like a coastal storm. And even a little bit north of the area, you might even have a little snow there. So coastal storm, not a day you want to be outside. And then Tuesday we get a break. And then Wednesday we'll have to watch another coastal, see if that's going to affect our area or not. And then as we get to Friday, yeah, more rain coming. And then another high builds in, tries to build in for that next weekend there. And now we're into April. And hopefully by April we will start seeing some of our places open up one by one, I hope. Obviously. It's one thing you have no problem with sitting outside when the weather's nice, when it's raining. I don't like going out in the rain anyway. I got to be honest. If it's raining, I don't like going out, period. So let's take a closer look at our chances for rain for tomorrow. You can see we have some chances for rain north of the area. It's mainly going to be of a showery type of deal, and then Saturday looks dry. Sunday looks dry. And then Monday would be this soaker of a rain that we might get with this coastal low. And again, that's a bit of a ways out. And then we have another one we got to watch. The more immediate precipitation chances tomorrow. All right, so let's look at the NAM. This is the 18Z NAM. And you see here we have a couple of showers moving through overnight, and then tomorrow there might be a couple of showers around, and then we get a break, and then around maybe 6, 7 o'clock we see a couple more showers get close to our area. But these are going to be of a showery type of variety. It's going to be with the cold front. I want to look at the actual higher resolution NAM and see if these are, and I'm using the 18Z because I don't have enough of the other one in yet. Yeah, I want to see if these look like very scattered thunderstorms. Chances are we probably won't see rain. I hope not. So the other thing that we'll be doing, and it would kind of ruin kind of a warm day for people, and that'll be the next thing we're going to look at is the temperatures. Going back to GFS here. Look at the temperatures. So here we go. So you can see that warm front coming in. Jersey's already by the morning. This is around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Jersey's already mid-upper 60s. Well, we're a little cooler. And then as the day goes on, Jersey's going to blaze, possibly to near 80. We will probably be seeing 60s, close to 70, especially in Nassau County and areas away from the ocean. South Shore will probably be in the 50s. And then that front comes through. We cool off Saturday down into the mid-40s, upper 40s, which is a little below normal. Sunday, we're definitely below normal, mid-40s. And then Monday is going to be a raw, rainy, horrible day. Probably temperatures are only around 40 with the rain. And then as we go into the next week, you'll see temperatures probably a little bit below normal, actually. And then we start to see some warmth move back into the picture, but then another cool front comes through. So we do have some above normal. I mean, we'll have to see. This is going way into the future. But the models keep, they seem to have trouble handling some of these storm systems and stuff. Like originally, like Monday was going to be dry and just cloudy. Now it's not going to be that way. All right. The other thing we're going to look at is the dew points, because the dew point's going to be up there tomorrow. It's going to be humid tomorrow. Dew point's going to be in the mid-60s, so it's going to be humid. You're definitely going to feel it. You can see the wind barbs here, southwest wind. So Long Island will probably get enough of a sea breeze. The city won't, and it'll be warmer there. And you can see there's that cold front coming through with the dry air. North winds on Saturday. Sunday, you see those easterly winds, and that's what might bring in the clouds. Then we go to southeast, and there's that storm system that passes off to the south of us on Monday. Let me look at the dew points on the NAM, because sometimes the NAM has a tendency to be a little better with this. Sometimes the GFS underestimates the dew points. Again, I don't have enough of that in, so let's pull this back so you can see that dew point. So here you go. Here's you can really visualize the surge. The reason why I like using the NAM on this is because this goes hour by hour. So look at that. It looks like it has more of the humidity in Jersey, and Long Island not as humid. So Jersey's going to be very humid. These are dew points, all right, not actual temperatures. We're talking dew points up into the mid-60s, whereas Long Island will have dew points in the 50s. And then there's that front that comes on through, and then we drop it off. That wind goes north and then east. As that high passes to the north, you can see it's the core of the high up here. So let's look at the temperatures. I'm just curious to see if how the NAM does with the temperatures. So the NAM wants to keep Long Island a lot cooler, but Jersey's going to get close to 80. And of course, you're not going to be able to dine in anywhere, so, it's going to be a little uncomfortable staying home and put on your air conditioner. I know, it's March. Look at this. Mid-80s over Virginia. This is going to be crazy. I'll probably have a weather update sometime tomorrow afternoon. Probably, updating you on this warmth. I'll definitely have one sometime tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be quite a warm day. And, the models have tendency to underestimate that, as we know. So let's go to the GFS here, and let's look at our sky cover and see if we can at least clear it out a little bit. So obviously not tomorrow, but see this front? It's a matter of getting this front offshore. If we can get it offshore, we can have clear, at least part of Saturday being sunny. We're going to have to see what happens with that. Getting that front offshore. And then what happens Sunday, you can see some of these clouds from off the ocean, probably stratocumulus trying to come in over Long Island and parts of New Jersey, but it might stay clear to the west and the north of the city. And on Monday, obviously, we're back into the clouds again. Let's look at the NAM and see if the NAM, how the NAM is handling the cloud cover situation. So here is Saturday. So 15Z, we still got the clouds still lingering, and it gets rid of them probably around noon. And then we could have a clear day, and then I don't have far enough out for Sunday. So let's go look at the Wonderground map here. I'm sorry, not the Wonderground, the Windy.com. And actually, first want to start off with the temperature. This is the Euro model this is using. So let's take a look at this. So this is 11 a.m. You can see, look at how it's blazing over New Jersey. 11 a.m. You're already in the mid 70s. Long Island not quite as bad. Let's look at 3 p.m. Look at this. So 3 p.m. we're going to probably be close to 70 in Nassau County. South Shore probably mid 60s. And you're going to be blazing in Jersey. Somebody's going to see 80 over there, I think. I really do. I really do. And then when you look at these dew points, too, I mean, it's going to be humid. Here, look at these dew points. Mid 60s. Long Island will be a little lower, but, I mean, this is not normal for March, right? You know that. I mean, yeah, having a warm day here and there, but you're never supposed to see humidity, too. That's the unusual thing, and that's the alarming thing. Also, we have to worry about wind, because we will have a strong LLJ, which of course will help bring relief to the South Shore, and Long Island generally. But we could have wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour with this LLJ, perhaps. So it's going to be breezy out there for sure. So, and then you can see these winds get even stronger ahead of that cold front. Now we'll go and look at the cloud situation. Here is Saturday at 7 a.m. Again, this is the Euro model. Still has clouds over us. By 11, they're still over us. So this front may take its sweet time getting offshore. But by the afternoon, we should have nice clear sky. And then let's see what happens Sunday here. Sunday, we'll have to watch these clouds and see how far they extend up, because they may not extend that far inland. We just don't know. This is really tricky. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Here is Sunday, and let's just look at Monday on the Euro and see if it brings in that precipitation. Probably gives us that rain too. Yeah, it does. So, well, I'll keep my eye on it. Tomorrow's gonna be a warm one, and I'll keep you updated on that. I'll try to do a weather update. Of course, if there's really bad construction in here, I may not be able to. I'll try to bring you one, but obviously, if the construction starts back up, I probably do plan on going out tomorrow, because it's hard to be inside for more than one day. I'm just somebody who has to be out. But it's very hard when all this is going on with this virus. What can I say? It's just the sooner this is over with, the better. That's all I could say. If this drags on for more than a couple of weeks, this is going to be a real serious problem for all of us. Hopefully it doesn't, and hopefully hopefully in a couple of weeks from now, we'll start seeing some improvement. But that all depends on how many cases are coming in. And this virus is almost like a storm in a way. Think about it. Think about it like a storm. It came from China, hit China, and now China's starting to recover, and now it's slamming Europe and it's slamming us. And hopefully, after a certain amount of time, the storm will be over and we can try to somewhat get back to our lives. But for now, we got to take all the precautions necessary. Take care and be well.